by Rick Neuheisel, Brian Jones, and our million-dollar friends back there. Yeah, Alabama with 12 points in the first half of the second straight week. This half, though, dominated by defense and special teams.
Florida's defense has clearly kept them in the game, and it's primarily because of the speed in the secondary. I think it surprised Alabama, in particular, Lane Kiffin. Here he calls one of his crossing patterns. He's got a guy wide open. Jake Coker lobs it up in front, but Vernon Hargreaves, with a burst of speed, makes that play. Keeps from Alabama having a big play. A couple of third downs, they're trying to set up some screens. Pass rush gets home. Another stop on third down. Alabama only 2 of 7. Here another screen on third down. Speed again kills. They're keeping Alabama from getting that long sustained drive.
I like where you're heading, so let's keep up with this defense because they've stopped Derrick Henry in his tracks for the most part. 19 attempts, 65 yards. But you see the big hit by Jarrett Davis there, forcing the fumble, third fumble of the year for Derrick Henry. But Henry still gets in the end zone, 18 straight, 23rd touchdown on the year. He ties Tim Tebow, Trey Mason for season record.
Brett Bielema told us special teams were going to be critical. How about this? The spread punt doesn't protect. Causes a safety. Alabama on the board first. Here, we didn't think they'd kick field goals. They do it against our advice. The kick is blocked. No points for Florida on that drive. And here, J.K. Scott, one of the premier punters in the league, pins Florida. They have had terrible field position all half because of these kind of plays where teams are covering. Here's the one gaffe. They don't get down there. They basically outkick their coverage. And Brian, your guy, Antonio Callaway, what a gifted guy. 85 yards with the return, which, by the way, is more than their total offensive production.
And there you go. And Alabama's defense stayed pat the rest of the way, and so they have a 12-7 lead at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go long, though. You talked about that field position. There was one time they got out of the bad field position. Treon Harris, best thrower. Lucky throw, finding Antonio Callaway, 46 yards on that one. And then Jake Coker gets into it. He's going to find a speedy wide receiver. Calvin Ridley, only 4 catches, 81 yards, none bigger than that one. Set up the Derrick Henry touchdown for Alabama.